Hello and welcome back to our series of short videos, How to Do It Right, the SAP S/4HANA Project Handbook. This series is based on our book publication. We share practical experience and proven methods for successful SAP S/4HANA projects. Our goal is simple: take away the fear and bring clarity to you. My name is Lucas Royas, and this is the 9th episode. Today, we talk about Go live is not the finish line, go live and final transition in the organization. Many SAP programs celebrate go live as the finish line. In reality, go live is where the real test begins. In the last two upcoming videos, we will address the topic of post-go live and give a final summary. Today, we arrive at the moment everyone has been working toward, go live. And yet, one of the biggest mistakes in SAP programs is believing that go live is the end of the project, because it is not. For the organization, it is often the beginning of the difficult part. Most project plans are built around one central date, the go live weekend. Months of planning, thousands of tasks, hundreds of workshops, years of preparation. Everything points toward that one moment. And then Monday morning arrives, users log in, the business starts operating, and PowerPoint meets reality. This is where many transformation programs discover whether they build a project or build an operational capability. Those are two very different things. Current implementation studies continue to show similar patterns. The technical go-live often works, the organizational go-live does not. Processes exist, but people do not fully understand them. Roles exist, but responsibilities remain unclear. Workflows exist, but users continue using old workarounds. The technology may be live, the organization may not be, and that difference becomes expensive very quickly. One of the biggest misconceptions in SAP programs concerns change management. Many organizations still think change management means training. It does not. Training is one component. Change management is adoption. The question is not, can users operate the new transaction? The question is, will they actually work differently tomorrow? Modern change management increasingly focuses on understanding resistance, building trust, creating local champions, providing visible leadership, and helping employees understand why the change exists, not merely how the system works. Research repeatedly shows that employee acceptance remains one of the strongest predictors of transformation success. Another area receives surprisingly little attention: transition into the line organization. Many project teams operate almost like a separate company for several years. They have their own governance, their own processes, their own experts, their own consultants. Then suddenly the project ends, and operations inherit everything. Unfortunately, knowledge transfer does not happen automatically. Neither does ownership. This is why many organizations experience significant instability during the first 6 to 12 months after go live. The project disappears faster than the operational capability emerges. Many companies rely heavily on hypercare, and hypercare is important. But hypercare is often misunderstood. Hypercare is not a replacement for organizational readiness. It is merely a temporary safety net. If fundamental ownership, process knowledge, and operational governance are missing, no amount of hypercare can permanently solve the problem. Eventually, the consultants leave, the organization remains. Now let us discuss another uncomfortable topic: compliance. Most SAP projects focus heavily on functionality. Much less attention is often given to compliance implications until late in the program. Then suddenly, questions appear. Who may access what? How are approvals documented? How are AI-supported decisions governed? How is personal information protected? How are regulatory requirements fulfilled? How are audit trails maintained? And many of these questions are expensive to answer late because they often require redesign rather than documentation. Particularly in Europe, another stakeholder becomes important: workers' councils. And many SAP programs still involve them too late. That is usually a mistake. Modern SAP systems increasingly affect performance transparency, workflow automation, role design, AI-supported recommendations, monitoring capabilities, and employee processes. All of these topics may create legitimate concerns among employee representatives. The most successful programs therefore involve workers' councils early. Not because approval is a formality, but because trust is easier to build before conflict emerges. And the goal is not legal compliance alone. The goal is organizational acceptance. AI is now creating an additional layer. Many organizations are introducing AI-enabled capabilities directly into business processes. This raises entirely new questions. Who is accountable? Who validates outputs? How transparent are decisions? How are mistakes corrected? How are employees affected? Regulators are increasingly focusing on exactly these areas, which means future SAP transformations will need stronger governance than previous generations of ERP programs, not weaker. This is also where product ownership becomes critical again. Because someone must ultimately decide what is globally standardized, what may differ locally, what enters the template, what stays outside, what becomes technical debt. Without strong ownership, rollout organizations drift into endless negotiation structures. And then the rollout slows down country by country. My conclusion is simple. A successful SAP Go Live is not the moment the system starts running. It is the moment the organization starts running with the system. That requires ownership, adoption, compliance, knowledge transfer, operational readiness, and trust. Because long after the project team disappears, the organization remains. And ultimately, that organization determines whether the transformation succeeds or not. Thank you for your interest. Hope to see you soon. Please do not miss the next and almost last part of our journey to smart SAP projects. Part 10. Post-Go Live, the value case, lifecycle management and road mapping, including continuous improvement. Part 11. Final conclusions. And this is all to help you to win the race. And this all is to the unsung heroes of transformation, project leaders who have navigated the stormy seas of deadlines, scope changes, and midnight deployments with unwavering resolve. Thank you for your interest. Goodbye. Lukas Röhrs. And if you can't wait until the next episode starts and you'd like to find out more about how to make sure your SAP project is on the right track, have a look at our great new book. It is available on Amazon.com. Now,